Reading is an open door to knowledge and understanding. As future educators, we have an opportunity to instill a love for reading into our students. One effective way to teach and help students to become effective and efficient readers is through a reading program such as Sustained Silent Reading. As a future educator among future educators, this topic is relevant because students need sustained silent reading in their classrooms and in their education to further their knowledge and to become more equipped readers and students. Sustained silent reading is a program in which we as future educators can implement into our classrooms to encourage students to read and to help them learn to enjoy reading. I chose this topic because I wanted to inform others as to why SSR is important and makes classroom learning effective and fun. Using an SSR program in the classroom encourages students to read and it enhances their reading skills. It is proven the more you do something, the better you become at it. I also think it's safe to say that the more you do something, the more you're going to like it. The purpose of my speech is to inform my peers, future educators, as why SSR is important inside our classrooms. SSR is a program that establishes reading skills in students by using pleasurable and self-selected reading materials. Silent sustained reading is a period of silent reading without interruptions that allows students to remain on task and focused. SSR also creates a routine that encourages students and the teacher to become devoted to and enjoy reading. One of the ways that sustained silent reading is effective in the classroom is how the program changes the student's attitude about reading. After reading the title, The Advantages of Silent Sustained Reading, by Karen Lobillo, she emphasizes that the importance of students selecting their own reading material. She adds that students develop a positive attitude toward reading while using this program in the classroom. As a student, being able to select a reading material on your own will encourage a student to read something that interests them. It is difficult sometimes reading a book and getting into detail along with comprehending something if it's not something that will spark an interest. By allowing students to choose their own reading material, this allows them to become more engaged with their reading, which will later on develop into learning. Once students have a new mindset about reading, once their attitude changes, they then can begin to enjoy reading and focusing on the material, and then they can comprehend efficiently. After viewing the article, The Significance of Reading by Masam Billa, this author informs the reader that reading silently helps the student become better understanding of the material because they can now focus on what they are actually reading. Reading silently also assists students in developing strategies that they need to read more quickly and more efficiently. Sometimes students have difficulty staying on task. It is especially difficult, or it is especially easy perhaps, to wander off in space whenever a book doesn't spark an interest of one. And setting a time in the classroom, this allows students to have time to focus on their self-selected reading material in the book that they choose. Staying on task is important when it comes to educating a student, especially dealing with reading and comprehension. Losing focus causes students to become easily distracted and will put a hold on their education. Practice makes perfect, a saying we have all heard before. With a new attitude towards reading and having a focused mind, students can achieve higher reading skills. Within the article, 7 Sustained Silent Reading Strategies by Pat Hadler, she explains at a specific point being committed out for reading. She wants to take a point out of a classroom, out of your day, out of your schedule, and set it aside for reading. And this will help students set a stamina in which they will develop into their reading. Just like anything else done in life, the more you do or practice something, the better you become at it. Reading, just like all skills, the more you do it, the better you become at it. The more you do it, the more willing you will be to do it. And it sets you up for success. Setting aside time to read not only allows a student to, not only does it allow the students, but also the teacher to have a set schedule and to include this important program and strategy into their daily routine. Students will become better in their education in this manner as well. SSR is often used in the classroom today, and it is in a successful way. It helps students develop a love for reading and being able to comprehend what they are reading. While using this strategy in the classroom, not only will students become to develop a love for reading, they will do so because of the layout in which this strategy is used. Being able to pick out their own reading material, being able to read in a silent environment, and having a routine each day will impact the way the child reads. As an educator, and as future educators, we must see and understand the importance of SSR and why it is effective in the classroom. As a future educator, I have researched the importance of SSR and see how it makes for an effective classroom. This allows students to read what they want in a silent environment at the same time each day. After hearing the information given in this speech, it is important that we educators see the importance of SSR and the impact it will have on us and the students.